Hello. So, my son James has asked me to do a video collaboration with him, which is the first time we've done one for both our channels. It's regarding Lord of the Rings replica stuff. So he's asked me to get my church warden pipes out, which they're not like the ones on the films, but it's the closest kind of thing, and it's the kind of thing I think Tolkien had in mind when he was writing the books. And I've seen some old black and white photographs of Tolkien with a pipe, and it looks like he was using probably the longest pipe that he could get his hands on at the time. In it, I'm going to put some Peterson Nutty Cut.
It's old Toby.
Well, for Nutty Cut, it sounds like something that might be from the Shire.
You fool of a took.
I could have used, well, I've got a couple more there, but it don't sound like it. And I'll be having some of one of my favourite beers, Leaf Brown, which I tried when I was in Belgium, and thought it was a fantastic drink in my leaf glass. I'll just pause it there while I get ready for this video.
I'll just get my guys.
Yeah, you get your guys. You get your people, I get my people.
You're just getting his team. Hello, so yeah, Nerds Archive today is joined with Vlad the Inhaler, who is also my father. And his videos, if you didn't know, are all about pipes and pipe tobacco. And what else do you do?
They won't know that.
You never know. There could be someone who goes, they're connected.
Oh, Vlad the Inhaler.
Well, that's your dad. So I've asked my dad to be involved with this one today as Pipes and Lord of the Rings. I'm sure you can make the connection. We've also got his followers on the chat. You can also watch this video again, see what I'm laughing at, on my dad's channel, because he's filming the both of us, whereas we all know that my channel is more about the stuff itself and not really focused on me. So you can watch this again on his channel if you like. So what else do you talk about then, Dad, apart from pipes and...
Pipes, tobacco, that's about it, I think. Because
you talk about...
I do have other channels, but not,
Yeah.
I tend to stick with Vlad the Inhaler. The clue's in the name, it's about smoking. Cigars, pipes, that kind of thing.
It's cool because my cousin, who, how old is he now? He's 17, 18? I think he's 17. And he enjoys watching your videos, doesn't he?
Which came as a surprise to me, because I didn't think he was watching them.
Yeah. Well, I think he started watching them because he likes his vape, doesn't he? And he's sort of got in... it sort of like piqued his interest, and now he's one of your fans.
Yeah, well, I did say it's to do with smoking, but I would include vaping in that as well, although I don't do a lot on vaping.
I'll just get you a shot of the pipes and tobacco he's got there. So today we're here to talk about these. These are some of the rings from Lord of the Rings I've collected over the years. Since I got my ring from Weta Workshops, the Jens Hansen, and it is Jens, which is how they pronounce it in New Zealand. It's not Jens, it's Jens Hansen. And since I had that, it just sort of made me think, well, all the rings I've had over the years, this one really does take first place with it. So I thought I'd show you some of the rings I've collected. Again, if any of you guys are interested, you can check that out on my channel. But I will also let you show them if you want. So I think we'll start with the first one I've got, which is this one. Now, this is a stainless steel, 6mm width, one ring. And this was the first one I had. It was a present off my girlfriend because The Hobbit had just came out, and it was sort of going around. And also we had at the same time the game, the Shadow of Mordor. I think that was the first one. The second one was Shadow of War, but the first game was Shadow of Mordor, and it just really, like, Lord of the Rings was at a really strong position. So I thought I need to get myself one of these rings, and she got me this stainless steel one, which is really cool. So I'll let you show you guys if you want.
Mm-hmm. It's nice that it's on the chain, you can wear it.
Well, that chain actually came from a plastic toy version of it from Forbidden Planet.
Mm-hmm.
And although the plastic toy version wasn't very good, I thought the chain was really cool.
Yeah, if it's plastic, it's not going to be very
No.
good. My camera's having trouble focusing, but it normally does. It's not. It normally focuses a split second before I take it, the ring away or whatever it is away. But it's focusing whatever's in the background. I'll just try this.
Go for it. And I was really happy with that one because the writing, the engraving, was on the inside and out, and as I said, this was the first one I had, so it was really cool to see this and to own it. So that was the first one. That is the stainless steel, and even though this wasn't the next one I had after it, I'm going to talk about this one because this is a tungsten gold plated one, exactly the same, but the writing isn't laser engraved, it's actually like engraved in there, and it's an 8mm, so it's a bit thicker. And although this one is quite perfect for costumes and it looks the part, this one really does. It feels heavier because it's tungsten, so it's a stronger metal.
Yeah.
And because of the width, like the 8mm, it looks thicker, so it looks more like it until I got my wetter one, which blew it away.
Well, I can see the difference.
You can see the difference, yeah, and it's a nicer gold, isn't it? So I'll just put them together there. And they have this comfort thing, so they're very rounded on the inside, so they don't irritate your fingers when you wear them. So that's the width. Right, not inside on.
Quality in a ring, though.
It's, yeah, because these other ones here don't have that, and you can tell when you wear them. So I'll let you. Do you want to have both so you can compare the differences?
Sure.
So that's the tungsten, and that's the stainless steel. I'll show you one with that's pipes. What you just pack in there.
Tungsten and stainless steel. What I'll just do, try an old trick, is to get something behind it.
I'm trying to.
Probably giving my address away,
well.
isn't it?
No, that's good. That's good. You can sort of see the tungsten one, which is on the camera's left, does look thicker and does resemble the ring on the chain to the film, which is the accuracy part of it.
Okay.
So those are some awesome rings that I've got.
Well, I've mixed them up now. Will you be
No,
able
I
to
can
them
tell. I
apart?
can tell. I can tell. I can
I'm
tell.
joking.
I'm also trying to look here as well, just in case, because I don't want to be looking down, and in case any of my guys come over to yours. He's hardly looking.
You try some of that?
Yeah. What did you say it was again?
It's a Belgian beer, Leaf Brune.
Show us the. Lovely. There we go.
I went to a beer festival years back in Belgium, and the day before the festival just went into a little pub and actually had a better night at the pub than we did at the festival.
It's quite citrusy, that, isn't it? It smells really nice. So I just showed my guys here you packing a pipe. So yeah, we'll move on to these. So these were two, as I said. The games came out. I don't know if you're familiar with the games, where we got to see more of Celebrimbor, and we saw how he forged the rings with Sauron.
Yeah.
And in the second game, spoiler alert by the way, for anyone who hasn't played it or seen or heard the story, and this isn't what Tolkien created at all. It's just for the games.
Sure.
They created this ring called a new ring, which what they created to try and match Sauron to defeat him. So you use this new ring in the game. So I wanted to get a silver one, and this one is tungsten as well, and the writing's on the inside and out. And it's only when I got it I realised that the writing on the new ring, because you had the one ring and the new ring, it was a different writing apparently. So this one has the one ring writing on it, but it's just silver. So if you want to show it off.
Okay.
That's one where you could wear it as a normal ring and people wouldn't realise because you have to get closer to the writing.
Excuse my grubby fingers, I've been working all day. Haven't had time to get the nail brush out.
I was both suffering from that problem. And the same thing in the game, the ring glowed blue. So I really fancied getting a blue one. So I got this nice, which is also tungsten, with the right on the inside now, but it has the extra silver bar, which is actually, it's not a colouring effect, it is actually like shaped into it.
Okay.
So you can sort of feel the difference. And again, it just like any tungsten ring, it has the weight there as well. I've seen that one on Amazon. But there's not many reviews on that one.
Actually, I really like this.
It's a nice sapphire one, isn't it?
I really like it.
You can try them on. It won't come off the colour.
That's the trouble, it probably won't come off if I put it on.
These are all size 10s as well. All the rings I have are size 10. It's a nice one. It's a nice one to have. So, yeah, that's that one. It's lovely. Right, so then we have this one, which is another cool one. Now this is a really cheap one you can get off eBay. There are better ones, as Weta or Jens Hansen, the Jens Hansen company do also make versions of these as well. These are one of the 3 Elven rings, and it's the Ring of Fire, Narya, that Gandalf wears, which you can see in the extended edition of The Hobbit and at the end of Lord of the Rings.
Or read about it in the book.
But yeah, like this ring, it didn't turn Gandalf invisible, but the Elven rings had this ability that they themselves would disappear. So unless the wearer of the ring wanted somebody else to see it, they wouldn't be able to. Which was why at the end of the Lord of the Rings, in the film and the stories, where the one ring was destroyed and the magic didn't work anymore, you can then see it on Gandalf's finger. So this is a nice little...
I wonder if Gandalf actually would have turned invisible. I know he wouldn't have worn it because the power would have seduced him, and he knew, he was well aware of that. But I wonder if he'd have put it on, if he would have turned invisible, because Tom Bombadil actually put the ring on, didn't he? And he
didn't, yeah.
It didn't change him at all, and he completely sort of was ambivalent towards it. He didn't care.
Well, there was the toyed with the idea of leaving the one ring with Tom.
Yeah.
He would treat it as a trinket and lose it over time. But there are many like theories of what Tom Bombadil is. But even Tolkien himself never revealed the secret, as he believed that every story should have a Tom Bombadil. Even though I believe he was based on a toy or a doll or something that one of his children had.
Okay.
And he fitted it into the story and created Tom Bombadil. Whether one of his children came up with a name or not. And there are other YouTubers who will give you a more accurate description of that story, but that's just what I can recall straight away.
Interesting.
So I'll let you show this off. So that's Narya, what Gandalf owns. Sorry.
You're full of it.
And that one is just £12 on eBay.
£12?
£12. I think it's a nice one.
Gandalf only paid $8.50.
So then we're going to move on to the more expensive ones that I own. There was a YouTube video, well, there was a few, where people were getting their one rings from this company called Kinneed. And their rings were tungsten, just like the one I have here, but of a more higher quality. And I actually ordered a gold one, and they sent me an email a few days later saying, "We're so sorry, we've run out of gold. Can we offer you another colour?" I thought, well, you know, I've always quite fancied a black one, so I got the black one.
Okay.
Which is there, and I think it actually looks quite cool. It looks quite smoky, like
it does, yeah.
More dark. And it came with this, instead of a chain, with like a nice leather neck brace. It's not that long, so you have to undo it to put it on. But it actually does look quite nice. And it again has the writing on the inside and out. And just like all the others, it's very durable. Tungsten, it won't scratch easily. And the best thing with the black or the silver ones is that you don't have to worry about the colour fading, the colour rubbing off.
True.
So and this one does have the comfort to it, and this is also another size 10. And there's just something about the black one that I think is really cool looking. So I'll let you show that off. So there it is.
Thank you.
Put that next to you. I think it'll work if you put it next to your pipe. So that's the Canadian one, and it really is a beautiful looking thing to own if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. So I'll put that one there. So now these are the ones you've all been waiting for. We have 2 left.
Maybe.
That was a bit brave. That was a big head. So I think we'll go with the Noble Collection ring first. So this was the ring they created for the Hobbit, and there are versions for the Lord of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
But as I have, well, every ring I own has got the Elvish script on, I thought it would be cool to get one where it's just the band.
Right.
But obviously, with it being just the band, I think the case it comes in, I'll show you as well, but the case it comes in is pretty cool.
Okay.
For it to sit in, and in my cabinet it looks amazing. Having said that, to be honest, it really only looks good in the case.
Mm.
So say, yeah, but it's all metal, except for that, which is plastic. Nice acorn on the back, which resembles Bilbo's buttons.
Bilbo's
buttons
on
his waistcoat,
right.
And they all run at the bottom here. And on the Lord of the Rings one, where it has the acorn, it has the Eye of Sauron, and I think it has the writing going around it.
Mm.
But this was actually a present off my nan. For I think it was my 18th. She got me this. It opens up like that, and on the inside there, you can see it's carved in metal. The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey. I'm going to show you guys.
Mm. That is a good case though. So the ring's in there, unmarked.
Just the band, as if Bilbo has just come across it in Gollum's cave.
And after he escapes from Gollum, he gets quite upset that he has to escape. He squeezes through a crack in the door to escape the goblins, and he loses his brass buttons off his waistcoat. So if that's the same buttons,
That's what it's supposed to be. So yeah, but the ring itself, as you said, it's a cool case, and the ring looks awesome. And I forget how much this is worth, but you can see. I'll show you guys. I keep forgetting. You can see it's not accurately correct. It actually resembles the 6mm as opposed to the 8mm. There is 3 of them, and it doesn't have the same comfort. Well, it is quite comfortable to wear. It's quite well. Last time I wore this, I was quite young. This one just quite literally sits in my cabinet.
quite young.
Quite young. In the first age.
When you're my age.
So you can see the difference in the material. It's quite polished, but not. It's so really dull. It's quite dull on the inside. If you want to show you guys, that's from the Noble Collection. It is nice for anyone who wants to do fan films. So that's the Noble Collection one. You know, this video, though, what I'm doing now, was actually supposed to be the first video I was going to create. About a year before I made my first video, I had all these rings out and I was going to film it. And I got halfway through and I just gave up. I don't know, I thought it must have gone through my head, but I just gave up, and I put it down. It wasn't until I got my Celestial Toy Store Sonic, and I went through everything I did with it. I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a video on this one. So I just sort of didn't give up. I just filmed it and uploaded it, and then the Nerds Archive was born. So this is the latest one I got. This is what we've all seen on the channel, on my Instagram account. It's what you've all come to see. And this was how it arrived. It came out of the box like this. Show you all guys, because in the other videos it doesn't, you never see the packaging. And this is the ring made by Weta, and it was made in the same workshop that the ring for the films was created. Designed by Hansen. Oh, there it is. It's the wooden box for Lord of the Rings. And it has the writing engraved, which feels quite nice. Underneath it, it's just got Weta. And you can buy a solid gold one, but that one is quite a lot of money. Quite a lot of money. Whereas this is the tungsten carbide one.
You hold that, see?
Yeah.
So this, you can tell it's a quality box there. I've got the light on it, you can see. You can't see, but there's writing around the edge. And you know that you think that almost craftsmanship is a thing of the past in a lot of cases in the kind of throwaway society that we have. And you look at the work that went into a lot of the things that was made for that film.
Oh yeah.
There's some fantastic craftsmen out there making beautiful things.
Whether you're a fan of the films or a fan of the books, the appreciation that you get from seeing how they did it. I mean, the team that were behind making all this stuff were just incredible. I think that the creative ways they came up with things was just superb. But so this is what I got from. This has come from all the way from New Zealand, and when it arrives, it comes in this nice little bag to protect it. And it's signed by his son, and the name of his son eludes me as I want to pronounce it right. But I can't remember how to say it, and I don't want to say and get it wrong. So, Mr. Hansen, I'm sorry about that. I'm not even going to try because I'll get it wrong.
Okay.
I'll get it wrong. But so I've got Yen Hansen's son to sign it. And that's the box. It comes with this nice blue velvet for it to sit on.
Is that?
That's his signature, yeah.
That's his signature inside the box.
Which just adds to the specialness behind it.
Magnetic.
It's really cool. When you get the box, the box is awesome as well, and the fact that it's signed just adds to the special behind it. So this is the ring, and this was just an experience to open, as this is made. I mean, when it comes to prop replicas for the Lord of the Rings, collecting all these rings here that I've received, nothing compares to this. So here it is. This is made by Jens Hansen, the same people who made the ring for the film. In the same workshop. It's tungsten carbide gold plated, and even though all my other rings are a size 10, this is a size 11. God, it looks amazing. This is a size 11, as that was the size that they used in the film around Frodo's neck. And it's just, I mean, even though right, these rings are heavy, this ring is heavier. It's the real deal, and you can see this was the best quality one I had. Until this one came along. I mean, look at that. It has the comfort factor in it. And even though it's a size bigger than what I normally wear, it still fits on pretty well. Because, I mean, it is also, as well as a prop replica, it's a piece of jewellery. So I'll let you show your guys.
You answered, give it to us, my precious.
It's beautiful.
So would you say then, having bought different ones with different prices, would you say then that you get what you pay for?
Yes and no. There are some rings here that you definitely get what you pay for. You have this, how can I explain it? like the Noble collection, the case and how the ring sits inside the case is beautiful. It's a lovely thing to have sitting on your shelf next to where you keep the books or the DVDs, and it's a nice little nod to that. As a ring, not really. No. One of the 9. He's just put it on. The stainless steel one it was. I think my girlfriend said it was about £10, and it was more gold when I had it, and after, because obviously I never took it off. The gold faded quite quickly.
Okay.
So I took it off, and that's what's probably preserved it this long. I'm sure. These 2 rings are quite cool, as you said yourself, but they are quite uncomfortable to wear. These probably due to a £10, I think £15. They are beautiful rings, but as I said, this one doesn't fit, and this one does fit, but after a while can irritate you. But I think it depends on the size of your finger. As if I wear it on, like I like to wear it on these fingers because that's more accurate. But when I wear it on this finger, it's fine. Yeah. So it sort of depends how you want. Do you want to wear it to cosplay, or do you want to wear it as to to have a bit of elvish fashion? So it sort of depends on you. The Kneve one is just lovely as well. It's not the One Ring, but it's a nice little nod towards it. Especially if you want to wear it as a necklace. And but yeah, I'd say that because the tungsten one here, which I have, is probably the best. Taking away this one, it's the best. The colour doesn't fade on it. The writing is properly engraved as well as coloured, so you don't have to so much worry about wearing away the writing with wear. And that was, I think, a £12-13. And it came with a chain, but the chain was rubbish. But as I say, I improvised the chain. But the ring itself was spot on, and I really loved that. And that was cool. But then, you get this one, you can see the difference. The only issue I had with this one before what put me off was the fact that on the inside, it's got it's got Weta Jens Hansen in there, which was a bit of a bummer, as I wanted one that was pretty accurate. But when it sits in its stand, and you put it with the legal guff facing up, then you can't see it. And it is the shapes, the weight, the colour, the way how it's made, the sign, it's perfect. But now that I'm older, and as we say about having respect for the people who made it, and the effort and the imagination they put into it, I actually prefer having that on as opposed to not. I mean, because I put an image up the other day, the day I got it, which was yesterday, and then the ring maker, which is an Instagram account that Jens Hansen has, put it on his channel. Which thank you very much for that. So I really appreciate that. But that was so cool. I was smiling for ages that you guys did that. So thank you. So it's very cool to sort of have this connection to the people that made it for the films.
Yeah. So
if you're a lover of The Lord of the Rings, if you're a lover of The Hobbit, books, the films, whatever, this is just an amazing item to have. I really love it so much. Just put it in there so I'll sit it in. If you want to show your guys, it's just like when you sit it in there like that, it looks class. So that's now going to have pride of place in my cabinet. Precious. Right, so there you are then, guys. I hope if you're after a One Ring replica, this has helped you have a good idea of what is out there, what you're in for. Yeah, depending on the prices you said, you get what you pay for. If someone was to ask me if I want to get a One Ring, what do you recommend? I would say a tungsten ring every time, because they're more durable. They have the weight, they have the size, and they're just something strong. You don't want to have something that you're worried, because all it'll take is one drop and it shatters. And the tungsten it's really durable. I haven't dropped any of mine, but I mean I can feel the weight and the strength behind it. So any of the tungsten rings, you can't go wrong. Stainless steel is nice if you just want to display. That is awesome. And I've dropped the stainless steel. The stainless steel one, which is what this one's made out of, is also quite cool as well. Not really practical for wearing, as it does feel quite weak. So that sits next to my other stainless steel one ring, but tungsten every time. And I think that this one, the Noble, is also stainless steel.
Mm-hmm.
So go tungsten. Go tungsten, you can't go wrong. If you want something that's durable and spot on and connected to Lord of the Rings, then you've got to go for this here, the Weta Workshops One Ring.
And those were some nice photographs you took. I was impressed with the pictures.
Yeah. That's something else I enjoy. I like taking the pictures of the Sonics and the wands and all that stuff. I just think it's really fun to do, and a lot of people enjoy it, which also makes me happy as well.
Yeah, quite a bit of artistic flair there as well.
Thank you. Okay, so thanks Nerd Archive for watching this. Really appreciate you guys all following me and liking the videos, getting more followers every day. The conversations that I have with people about your favourite things and what you love to watch or read is awesome. I have actually had a recommendation. Someone has asked me to review some Harry Potter ones next, so that's my next task. So yeah, if there's anything that you're interested in, anything that you're just a massive nerd or geek on, let me know. I'll check it out and we can discuss. I mean, like the fans on Nerds Archive are awesome.
Yeah.
Just the conversations. I mean, I'm talking to people all over the world, and also with what's going on right now, to over here in England, to go to a shop and find it difficult, and then somebody in America will start talking to you and say it's exactly the same, and it's just one of those surreal situations to speak to someone so far away and to hear.
It's a genuine connection.
It is, yeah.
Genuine connection with people across the globe. I get that with the pipe smoking community as well.
And that's why I think these YouTube channels are awesome, because it's not just about coming to watch a video, it's the community that comes along with it. So Nerds Archive, all you guys, I really appreciate you. I hope you're all safe, I hope you're all well, and I'll hopefully see you all very soon. Take care guys, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank goodness they're gone. God!
And now,
Joking.
I have a precious ring of my own. My precious. We want it precious.
I don't have one of them.
You can have half of that.
No, I don't want it now.
No. It's stale anyway.
Ta-ra!